Hey guys, what's up? So almost every year I order from this company. It's located in East Long Island. It's called Organic Harvest, and they sell nothing but organic and non-GMO vegetable and fruits and all sorts of flowers. They supply a lot of the nurseries on Long Island, but I order from them specifically. Now I generally grow a lot of my vegetables from seed indoors with heating pads and grow lights. This year I didn't get a chance to. I also supplement by buying plants as well. Now this company is a little pricey, so if you're looking to order from them, they do ship all across the USA. Generally, their price for veggie plants is about $5.99 each. It used to be, I remember, I think last year it was $3.99 each plant. And shipping sent me back a good $37.80 something cents via FedEx. Meanwhile, I live maybe about 40 miles from them. So shipping can be pricey. It will be a lot more if you're ordering, say, from California. It'll probably run you $70, $80 to ship this. So let's open up the box and see the condition of the plants. And I usually review the quality of their plants. Everything is looking really, really good. I'm actually very surprised with the quality and how they packed each and every one of my plants. You can see here that they're well protected. Now, when you order, you can only order in threes. So you can't order even amounts of plants. You have to order odd amount of plants. And the reasoning is because the way they pack them. So, okay, so here's what we got in the batch. We got arugula, we got basil, we got Provida beans, we got Megabyte tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, San Marzano tomatoes, and sweet cherry tomatoes. Now, I order usually a couple of each one. I'm going to plant them in my raised garden bed. And actually, let's open up some of them and see what they look like. All right, so I took some of the plants out to show you. So, by the way, due to the pandemic, I noticed it's a lot harder to get vegetable plants, especially for mail order and seeds. It's almost all the time, they're almost all sold out. And the issue also is finding really good things like worm castings. They're usually all sold out because of the pandemic, and the prices are really rising. Again, I paid $3.99 for the same plant last year, and now this year I'm paying $5.99 for it. This is arugula. Although it has some yellowing, it looks like a healthy plant, as you can see here. And yeah, that's a plus. That one's a good one. Let's check out the basil. I always get basil because they make homemade Italian sauce and pizza sauce with the San Marzano tomatoes. By the way, if you want to make a really good pizza sauce, get San Marzano tomatoes, and I'll show you them in a minute. So here's their basil. It's Italian large leaf basil. Looks pretty good. All right, let's see what we got next. We have Megabyte, and I get these because these are good for pots. If you're looking for a compact tomato to grow in pots, by the way, they're flowering already. That's a really good sign. If you're looking for a really good tomato to put in a compact pot, I put them generally in a 5-gallon pot. Megabyte is the one for you. It doesn't get too enormous. Some tomatoes I have grown, like Super 100 cherry tomatoes, have grown to 10 feet tall in a pot in my yard, and it got way too big. So this is a great compact tomato, Megabyte. And again, it's flowering all over. So they gave me a nice healthy plant, and it was worth the $5.99. Next, we're going to go with the Roma Tomato. Again, another great tomato for Italian zesty sauces or marinara sauce. And they pack it very well with cardboard. And that's a nice, tall, healthy looking plant. Next, we're going to go with the cherry tomato. And this one I looked up, it doesn't get that tall like the Super 100. It probably will get about 6 to 8 feet tall as opposed to 10 feet tall, which I can't handle in a pot. I ran out of those tomato cages, and all the local nurseries, including Lowe's and Home Depot, are sold out of tomato cages. So I'm in trouble right now. This one is San Marzano. Again, if you're going to make a nice pizza sauce, homemade pizza sauce, this is what most New York Italian restaurants and pizzerias here in New York, especially in Brooklyn and Queens, use to make pizza sauce, San Marzano's. All right, let's see what else. I think my husband's home. Heirloom Beans, and this looks great. And again, another Megabyte. Nice looking plant. Nice thick trunk on this. So there we go. And then the rest are pretty much beans, Provida beans. You always need beans. I like them. I saute them with sauce and tomatoes and onions and garlic. Mix it with pasta in the summer, and they're like a nice long green bean. And it's a bush bean, so you don't have to use a trellis. So if you're looking for a bean that you don't have to put on a trellis, that just grows like a bush, I really recommend either jade bush beans or Provida beans. I see another tomato in there, another basil. We got the beans and more beans, as you can see. And I had ordered 8 arugulas, and I only see 2 so far in here. Oh wait, there's another one. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. I'm going to plant it in the raised bed and show you what it looks like at the end. I want to show you the difference between if you go to your regular nursery and from what you're getting from Marion Gardens, otherwise known as Organic Harvest. Now, these are the flats that I recently got from my local nursery. Now, I don't recommend Bonnie plants from Lowe's or Home Depot. Home Depot. I don't recommend them. Every year I always get diseases with anything Bonnie. They don't grow very well, and they're filled with nasty GMOs. Most of them are not organic. But here's from the local nursery. These are regular, I'm sure they have GMO in it, plants. Here's the little flat of basil that I got. This is large leaf basil. And I'll show you, now this was like $3.50 as opposed to the other one, which is $5.99. And look at the difference and the size of the plant. $3.50 as opposed to $5.99. You're getting a very large established basil. Look at the size of that. Okay, so that's one. And I'm going to show you some of the tomatoes I got from the nursery as compared to their tomatoes. This is a pole bean, by the way, so it is a much larger bean. I got regular bush beans from the local nursery, and they were like actually 75% smaller than this pole bean that you see here. But you could see, compared to the height of this plant, much bigger, and this is a bush bean. Got a nice healthy broccoli. These are only $3.50 each. I'm going to show you the tomato though. There's a huge difference. The bush bean that I got from the nursery, as you can see, it's very, very small. It's nothing like the other one. And I'll show you the tomato. Said I made this look like a ghetto, but I really don't care, because in the ghetto you're not going to find tomatoes. So compared to the plant that I just got, I'm going to show you the difference. Hang in there. Okay, this is from the nursery. This was $3.50. Look how puny this plant is as opposed to the one I just got from Organic Harvest, or AKA Marion Gardens. You can really, really see a difference in the size of the tomato plants. I mean, these are little, teeny little babies. Look at that. And again, I'll show you the difference from the one I just got. So now you know. Sometimes it's worth to pay an extra $2 or so just to get a, bigger and better plant. All right, so I'm going to plant them into this raised garden bed here that we built last summer. It's all ready to rock and roll. Here's some oregano from last year. It grew in one of these little blocks, and that's great. You can get cement blocks and build a raised garden. I put this makeshift fence going around it for now to keep the dogs out. And we're gonna get more of those little picket fences. But again, this is oregano. It came back from last year. The video got cut off. My daughter was texting me. But there you go. You can plant things going around your raised bed in the cement blocks as well. right, so here's the basil. I planted that. I had some Calabrese broccoli. This is from the garden center. This is the difference between their basil and the basil from Organic Harvest, otherwise known as Marion Gardens. And you can see a big difference in the health of the plant and the size. Again, garden center and Organic Harvest. All right, let's go see everything else that was planted. I noticed my seeds for beans that I threw in there. Actually, it's Jade and Provider are erupting. I think I showed you this a little earlier, and you probably don't want to see it again, but look at this. Look how cool that is. I'm going to zoom in. Beautiful. And these are Jade bush beans. And another one is popping up over here. Look at that. I'm really, really excited about that. I've never, ever, sorry for the mess. I've never, ever done that before by sticking seeds in a pot and just leaving it there. And things are happening. And there we go. So everything is planted. I have some tomatoes in here. This is from the garden center, and you can see the difference in the size. And here's all the tomatoes that I got from Organic Harvest. I just fell into a hole. And the beans. The beans are looking really, really beautiful. Look at them. And what I did also was, I shouldn't have done this because this is too many plants in one pot, but I put a bunch of arugula. Usually I only put 2 of these in one big pot like this, but now I put let's see, 1, 2, I put 4 of them in there, so I don't know how that's gonna go. And then one of the beans I put in this 5-gallon tree pot. I put 2 actually, and I have oregano from last year, and everything is looking nice. And I found some old beat up tomato cages in the shed. There's like no tomato cages to be found on Long Island. They're all sold out. And here's what I planted yesterday, which my husband calls the ghetto. It looks very ghetto. But again, I told him that in the ghetto, they don't have tomatoes. They definitely don't have tomatoes in the ghetto. They have convenience stores, but not tomatoes. So there we go. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon.